Welcome to personal vlog number 7. What am I going to talk about today? Well, let me grab some props here. We're going to talk about these guys, and not particular with the Flames in particular. I decided for this personal vlog, I'll ask a question out to you guys and debate when should sports teams raise a banner. Here's a couple examples here with the Calgary Flames. So, when should sports teams raise a banner? That's the question. This is coming off the heels of last week, where the Nashville Predators, they won the President's Trophy last season, the 2017-18 NHL season. And the NHL is really the only league that I know of that actually gets something, and the team gets a bonus for getting the best record overall in the league. So the Nashville Predators, they rose 3 banners last week. One for the President's Trophy winners. I'd say that's an accomplishment if the league celebrates winning the best overall record. You actually get a trophy. It just looks like a little pedestal with a couple hockey sticks and a little bowl. Actually, the Calgary Flames won the President's Trophy twice in their franchise history. Back-to-back years in 1987-88 and 1988-89. There's a display of the President's Trophy in the concourse at the Scotiabank Saddledome if you ever go there and see it on display and what it's all about. So, the Calgary Flames have had the pleasure to win the President's Trophy twice in back-to-back years with best NHL record. So by virtue of winning the President's Trophy with the best record in the league, you also won your division title. And that's exactly what the Nashville Predators had. Their second banner was. They rose to Central Division champions for the 2017-18 season, NHL season. That many teams raise a banner for winning the division. The Calgary Flames have done that as well. When they were in the Smythe Division, the Northwest Division, Pacific Division, there's banners for winning the division. Now, this was where it gets a little wonky. The Nashville Predators rose a third banner for the 2017-18 season. It was called Conference Champions. Now, if you have the best record in the league, by virtue of that, you win your division and you win your conference because you had the best record in the conference. But they put on top of the conference champions regular season Western Conference champions, because the Nashville Predators did not technically win the Western Conference champions because they got knocked out in the second round in Game 7 by the Winnipeg Jets. This is where it gets wonky because many teams, let's say the Flames for example, there was debate, when Calgary rose this banner and saying, well, they didn't win anything. But, this was still a big significant moment in Flames history, is that they won the Western Conference champions by winning the West in the Stanley Cup playoffs and got all the way to the Stanley Cup finals. Yeah, there's all that story about the, puck in that in Game 6, but that's a different story. But many teams put a banner for winning the Western Conference or Eastern Conference, or if you look at, baseball, winning the pennant, if you win the league by going to the World Series representing the American or the National League. And I know maybe in the NFL, you get a pennant for winning the American Football Conference or the National Football Conference, especially if it's the first time that franchise has, won that championship and gone to the championship game. Obviously, banners get raised for winning the championship. And then in many cases, teams also retire numbers, which I say teams can do whatever they want with that. It's like, obviously, if you're great players, when done something great for the franchise, terms of, you know, being a Hall of Famer or, you know, made big contribution to the franchise itself. He got the number retired, and no one ever wears that number again unless, you know, player itself gets back or gets permission, like in family or whatever. Or teams honor players, you know, representing that player for that franchise. Even then, some teams, you know, you got to question why they retired that person's number. I mean, the only couple examples I have in hockey is that Ray Bourque, he was a great Boston Bruin defenseman, one of the top defensemen of all time. But actually, the Colorado Avalanche retired his number 77 first for the Boston Bruins did. I mean, Ray Bourque finally did get his Stanley Cup ring with the Colorado Avalanche, but he only played there for 1.5 seasons. And then another guy I could think of is Ken Danico, number 3 with the New Jersey Devils. I mean, he did play a big part in the New Jersey Devils over the years, especially being a role player with their Stanley Cup wins, 95, 2000, 2003. But he's never, you know, going to be a Hall of Famer. Or, I mean, Vancouver retired number 19 Marcus Naslund. I mean, I doubt he'll ever be a Hall of Famer, but he made a huge part in the Vancouver Canucks organization. So yeah, getting back to these banners here, my question to you guys is, when should sports teams raise a banner? You know, obviously got one for championships, but, you know, conference championships, getting the finals, or retired players, or winning division, or you know, league overall. Like, I mean, this Nashville thing it got silly online, and that inspired my personal blog. Cause I mean, I did see a thing on Bar Down with they had the Arizona Coyotes. It was a cartoon, and they showed the team, you know, standing seeing the banners, and they had 3 banners. One said 8th place Pacific Division, another one had participant, and another one had, you know, not finishing last overall. And so yeah, Bar Down, I forget the lady's name is, but if you go on Bar Down, I know there was a lady that you know, she did a spoof of every team wearing the, you know, having bandits, and, you know, what teams say mediocrity, or that's what they pick for the Flames, or recently with the Philadelphia Flyers, best mascot, you know, Gritty. I think that thing is hideous. Or they actually made fun of the Oilers with all the first overall picks. I mean, that was just a spoof. But I'll just have to close it out here and put in the comments, when should sports teams raise a banner? I mean, I give you my take. I mean, you know, division titles, conference championships, player, retiree. But anyway, if you enjoy everything that I put on my channel, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and, you know, I do my personal vlogs here, which is about anything, and mostly I talk Calgary sports, recapping games, and obviously there's some scenery videos and moments at sporting events, or, you know, any musical acts I like that I check in. That's all up on my channel, and I put everything on my playlist. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video.